Forget what you heard.
Yeah, boy! Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Forget What You Heard. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Luke.
I want to live in a world where farts are accepted, not frowned upon. Because we all do it, and they always stink.
Amen.
Today on Forget What You Heard, we're back in action, boys and girls. We're doing another mock draft today, but before we get started, how you doing, Brother Bear?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for asking. Happy to be here. And guess what? We're doing our second mock of the off season. More to come. I'm excited to be here. Excited to do another head-to-head. Don't know what's in store just yet, but we're running it back. 12 teams, half PPR. Same rosters, 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 2 receiver, tight end, 2 flex, 5 bench. No games played. Straight serious, straight face. Dog money, dog water.
Buns to the wall. Yeah, we had so much fun with the first mock draft. We decided to do one before we get into the nitty gritty, which is we're about to start doing divisional previews. We're about to be doing 2-a-days like the boys in training camp. I tell you what, we're gonna be working just as hard as James Cook, man. Tell you what, it's gonna be fun. A lot of research goes into our divisional stuff. We're writing stuff down. We're contemplating life. We're researching. We're looking through telescopes to find the answers for you guys. That's how much this means to us. But for right now, man, we're gonna have some fun, man. Some competitive fun, man. We get fiery though. Don't get us wrong. But this is gonna be a fantasy draft, 12 team. Luke broke it down. We have our spots, shan't we?
We shout.
What are they? Can you shout me out?
Okay, so Aaron, we did a little 3 randomized before. Aaron got pick number 2.
Ooh, hooty hoo.
Hooty hoo, man. And I landed with pick number 7. And who knows, man, we're getting juice. If you guys want to check out our last podcast, I had pick 3. Aaron had pick number 10.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it was very interesting. Go ahead and check that one out. But yeah, you ready?
Before we continue, just a brief announcement. We do have an email. It is forgetwhatyouheardpodcast@gmail.com. You know what to do. Shoot your shot.
Yeah, man. Hit us up.
Slide in the DMs, boys.
Send us something juicy, man, that we can stare at and contemplate for 15 minutes.
Yeah, I was thinking if y'all can send me like something I can say in the intro that's funny, that you think is funny, and I can shout you out after, that'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Also, we'd like to get like a mailbag with like questions. Could be sports related, fantasy, anything that we can answer for you guys.
Maybe life advice.
Life advice.
But who are we to give life advice?
Just fun discussions, man. Something that somebody wants to hear.
We can get a little personal on it. I'm getting a little nervous. Let's get started before I quit.
I'm getting the sweats, but I can't tell if I have to use the restroom or I'm ready for this mock.
I will say before we start this, my position. I'm happier with my position this draft.
You like number 2?
I like being near the turn.
Do you like the front more so than the back so far?
To be honest with you, I'm really liking the back half of the draft this year.
I'm
not
not sure
what
if
I'm
I
picking
agree.
up on the way back.
Yeah, I guess having an early second is nice, but I think I like the front. Like pick 2 and pick the pick 3.
Yeah, I think I just like the turns, being close to the turn. I don't like the wasteland in the middle. Like
yeah, I think
4,
you
5,
get
6,
more.
7, 8, 9.
I think you can get more value at the turns. Like someone falls through the middle.
Yeah, and you can get a lot of work done in those turns, man.
Yeah, definitely. You got your eyes on
I will
some
say
guys?
that I'm excited about being number 2 and excited that Luke is far, far away from me.
Can I ask you, this might be a little too early, but who are you considering at pick number 2?
Listen, but I'm not long-winded when it comes to this. Derry Sanders.
Derry Sanders?
Yeah, Derry Sanders, Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, we've been hearing the bells and whistles about his injuries, history. I'm not worried about it, man. If he's on the field, dude, he is a smash. He's going to destroy leagues. He's going to light the league on fire.
Is this you thinking Jonathan Taylor goes number 1?
Yeah, I mean, most drafts I've been a part of, Jonathan Taylor's a consensus number 1, and I don't blame anyone for it.
Would you be shocked if McCaffrey went number 1?
I would not. Especially, I mean, I guess half-point... yeah, I would be shocked, actually.
Yeah,
I'd be thrown through a loop.
Yeah.
I think just the safest player to take is Jonathan Taylor at 1. It's weird because some people won't touch Christian McCaffrey. I guess I feel like it's the people that have been hurt by him in the past
Absolutely.
that hold a grudge, and I understand that, but you gotta let that grudge go. They're taking it really slow with Christian. Like they're making sure he's gonna be ready. And he's never had the injury that scares me. He's never had the torn, ACL, or has he?
No.
Yeah, he had the hamstring,
The foot,
the
ankle.
foot. Yeah, it's nothing to be no Achilles. Like it's something that I can live with, and I'm not really that worried about. And I wouldn't even consider this risky. I'm really confident in Darius Sanders, man.
Okay, without further ado, go ahead and get this thing popped off.
Christian McCaffrey, the computer listening to us is probably going to pick Christian McCaffrey.
We got JT.
Look who it is, baby. Well, we all know the pick. I'm looking at my big board. Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Austin Eckler, Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson. You know how it goes, man, at the top of the draft.
The usual suspects.
Yeah, the usual unusuals. So I'm going to pick, let's make this easy, man. I'm picking Christian McCaffrey, man, and I'm hoping he can be my Belk, and I'll feel real good about it.
Yeah, I like it. Sound.
I mean, dude.
Top right, sound. There's a little bell up there. Click it. Get that sound out of there.
Oh, who put the sound on, boys? We're going to have to fire the producer for that one, man.
Yeah, let's give him a raise.
I mean, Christian McCaffrey's got the potential to get, crazy amount of 100 targets. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's crazy. It's insane. So let's make the easy choice. I took Christian McCaffrey.
I think McCaffrey, dude, if he's healthy, he's the number 1. I mean, dude, he's
It's hard to argue.
automatic 25 points for fantasy and PPR, I mean, that guy, if he's healthy and he plays a full season, nobody's coming close.
Yeah, I just don't understand the negative people
And
towards them.
They've
been hurt. They've been hurt personally.
The upside, too, of, taking him over Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, yeah, he's rock solid. He's got a super high floor. He's reliable. But he doesn't have that McCaffrey-level upside, McCaffrey-level ceiling. And I don't think anyone else does, so why not? Shoot for the moon.
Land on the stars.
So after Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry went, then Austin Eckler, Justin Jefferson, and Cooper Kupp. And it's up to me at pick number 7. And it's unfortunate. I was hoping Justin Jefferson was going to fall to 7. I know that was wishful thinking because I would consider him at number 5 as well, but hooty-hoo.
Hooty-hoo.
Pick number 7, 2 running backs I really like to start off this draft in the first round, Najee Harris and Dalvin Cook.
This is an interesting choice. Are you leaning running back?
Yeah, I think, obviously Jamar Chase is hard to pass up, but I think those 2 running backs I'm going to start this draft with, I'm just having trouble distinguishing which one I want.
This is a tough one, man. They both have dreadlocks.
True.
They're both bell cows.
Yeah.
It's just, what are the factors that you're weighing in your head between these two and who will eventually be your pick?
I think, for me, like I said, with the McCaffrey pick is upside. To me, Dalvin Cook's upside's higher than Najee. I think Najee, outside of Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry, might have the highest floor of all the running backs in the first round. That's just because we know he's going to get that volume, the work. The offense is centered around him. But Dalvin Cook, and offense that's prepared to target him a whole lot. A top 5 talent in the league at running back. Dalvin Cook has that type of juice, has that type of, voodoo witchcraft.
Oh, he is that guy. Let's not get it twisted, dude. That guy's got it going on.
Yes.
For me, it's just, if I was in your shoes, the pick for me is Dalvin Cook and it's a big part just the offense he's in.
Right.
I don't trust the Steelers' offense as much as I do Minnesota. And we saw Najee in a bad offense last year, but Dalvin's going to produce more in his offense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
More scoring opportunities, yada, yada, yada.
I just wanted to make this climactic, but in reality, I have Dalvin Cook at 4 overall in my overall rankings, so I'm taking Dalvin Cook pretty easily.
Ooh, do my loins beguine me?
I think they did.
Therapy.
So I took Dalvin Cook at 7. After him was Najee Harris, Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, and DeAndre Swift.
You got some good opponents, serviceable opponents today, man.
Yeah, I think
They're not playing around, dude.
No, not at all. That was the first round. Second round, pick 1, Stephon Diggs, followed by Nick Chubb, Travis Kelce, Josh Allen, and Tyreek Hill in the middle of the second. So for me, CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley, Aaron Jones, Javonte Williams, and Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette.
You want to talk about him?
I want to talk about him for a minute. Big Lenny, Uncle Lenny, took it to the extreme.
Leonard 5 net.
Leonard, $5 foot long. He probably eats 5 of them a day because he showed up to mini camp weighing gosh darn 260 pounds.
Allegedly. He says he was 245.
I mean, I saw pictures, man, and he looked like Eddie Lacy.
He looked like he ate Eddie Lacy.
Yeah, he was huge. I mean, Leonard Fournette's already a big human being, and to see him put on 20-plus pounds in the offseason is concerning to me. It's concerning to the organization. I mean, he has time to get back in shape, obviously. I mean, a few months, but still.
He seems like one of those guys that can lose and gain weight real easy.
Maybe so.
'Cause he doesn't seem very concerned.
But what is he doing in the offseason to gain all that weight?
I read...
Is he sipping lean?
No, from a source that he games a lot.
Oh, plays video
Twitch.
games?
Yeah, he's on Twitch like a streamer.
So what is he ordering DoorDash and playing Grand Theft Auto?
Hear me out, man. Who are we to say that Buffet Lenny isn't as good as Playoff Lenny?
That's
We
a good
can't.
point.
Buffet Lenny.
But it's never healthy to put on 20 pounds in a few months.
he looked. Yeah, I mean, if
I've done it
260
before.
is for real, that's alarming. That's alarm bells. But he came out and said, dude, I was 245. You guys don't know what you're talking about.
As someone who's put on 20 pounds in a few months, I can relate to what he's going through, and it's not a good thing. It's a negative. It's a bad thing that he was able to do that. He needs to get back in that gym. He needs to start doing conditioning. And we need to see the guy they expected him to be. They gave him a contract extension this offseason, and I would be very concerned if I were them as well.
I'm not concerned with.
You're not
Buffet
concerned
Lenny.
with that at all?
No, he did this in Jacksonville all the time. He always came in out of shape. I think it's sad to say that he waits until football's come around and he'll lose it really quick. Like, he's one of those guys that can lose weight. He wears that sweatsuit, the garbage bags, everywhere he goes.
Yeah, but that eventually it's going to catch up to you.
I know, it's Leonard Fournette, dude. He's not he's not the hardest working guy in the locker room.
Okay.
He's always been more talented than everyone.
But I'm not going to lie, because of that news, I will not be drafting him right here, even though last week I definitely would have considered it.
Yeah, in the draft we did before this today with other humans, he dropped to the 3rd round.
Right.
Already.
Rightfully so. I mean, with news like that, people are so recency biased to news and stuff like that. It's scary, honestly. So Barkley and Aaron Jones and Javonte Williams and CeeDee Lamb. I started with Dalvin Cook. Do I want to hammer running back? And I do. I do want to hammer running back early. With Swift, Diggs off the board, he would have been my next option, along with Devontae Adams. I'm going with Aaron Jones.
Whoa.
I did it in the last draft. It's boring. But I want to build the best team in these mock drafts. I want to beat Aaron head-to-head. That's my ultimate goal.
Good luck.
And Aaron Jones is as safe as they come in the 2nd round.
Ooh.
So after Aaron Jones, Alvin Kamara went. Yikes. Deebo Samuel, Saquon Barkley, and CeeDee Lamb. What do you
All
got?
right, it's me at the 211. About to pull a 211. I'm going with running back. Let's see, actually. Let's look what are we looking at around here? So the wide receivers on the board, A.J. Brown, Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, T. Higgins. None of those guys are the top tier guys, you know what I mean? The guys you don't... if one of those top tier guys like Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs would have fallen here, maybe even CeeDee Lamb, I would have considered wide receiver at this spot. But I'm not going to go wide receiver. I'm going to hammer home running back just like Luke. Some of the running backs I'm looking at, Javonte Williams, Leonard Fournette, Ezekiel Elliott, James Conner, Cam Akers. Boys, I can't get him out of my mind. Buffet Lenny, man.
You're doing it.
I'm not really worried about it, and I think for Lenny to lose this job right off the bat just because of his weight would be extreme, and Tom Brady doesn't want to work with a rookie. He doesn't want the learning curve of a rookie running back in his backfield when he's trying to win a Super Bowl. He wants a proven commodity. Whatever Tom Brady says goes. Okay? Lenny's going to have that job. He's going to have all the opportunities in the world. Because Tom Brady isn't going to have any miscommunications, blocking miscommunications by Rachaad White. Lenny knows what he's doing. He's going to get there. And he dropped passes by Rachaad White, and that's not going to happen. He trusts Leonard. Leonard's going to play, and I'm fully confident in that. That's why I'm going with him right here at 211.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Lenny's still the guy, 100%. So after Fournette, A.J. Brown, and Javonte Williams went at the turn.
All right, so I'm at the 3-2. I'm back on it, boys. Big board I'm looking at for running backs. Ezekiel Elliott, James Conner, Cam Akers. Let's go to the wide receiver. Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, T. Higgins, Deontay Johnson, Terry McLaurin. I don't really want to have Mike Evans and Leonard Fournette on the same team.
Why?
I don't like stacks. I don't like putting my eggs in one basket.
Yeah, but you're tied to Tom Brady.
What if Tom Brady falls off a cliff?
Yeah, what if I make it a full day without soiling my shorts?
That would be surprising as well. But I'm not really into that. Ooh, I found someone.
You're going to pass on Mike Evans here because he's on the same team as Leonard Fournette.
I found someone better.
And take T. Higgins or Deebo Samuel or Michael Pittman.
No, I'm not taking a wide receiver.
All right, let's hear it.
Let me talk to you about some people. Zeke, James Conner, Cam Akers.
No.
I'm really enjoying all those guys. And I'm going to pick Mark Andrews.
I had a feeling. What are you doing, man?
Zigzag. Man, I got you on your toes. You were squirming in your chair over there, but I'm about to pull the haymaker.
Mark
Andrews.
Have you ever done this before?
I don't believe I have.
I don't think you have either.
But he usually goes very early.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I think basically that's my wide receiver one. And with Lamar, I mean, that guy's going to feast. You know, he's Lamar's favorite target, scores touchdown yards, whatever you need, he's got it. And then I feel that tight end position, I feel real good. Give me some leeway later on. Take some more wide receivers and running backs. So I'm going with Mark Andrews, boys.
Wow. I mean, I'm fine with it. I think he's a third-round pick. I just didn't expect that from you.
Thank you.
After Mark Andrews, Patrick Mahomes, Ezekiel Elliott, Mike Evans, and Kyle Pitts. And that leaves me with Keenan Allen, James Conner, Cam Akers, T. Higgins. Just a few names to throw out there. I'm also going to throw Mike Williams in there. It's a little early in the third round, but I would consider him because I think he is going to eat, and he's going to eat big. But with the current names I see, I think Keenan Allen to be my first receiver is also a good pick. I think T. Higgins. Those are the two guys that I'm probably really juicing about right now. What do you think about Michael Pittman in the third round here?
Michael Pittman?
Yes.
I wouldn't judge you at all. I mean, I think that's a good pick. Some may say it's a reach. It may look like a reach, but in my opinion, ain't a reach, man. That's a good pick. Over Keenan Allen, T. Higgins.
I think I would take T. Higgins over Michael Pittman.
I've done it before. I've taken T. Higgins over Michael Pittman.
And I have Michael Pittman 10. I have him one spot ahead of Keenan Allen. But I have T. Higgins 8. So with my rankings, I would be going with T. Higgins. But I see running backs here that I like. I see James Conner. I see Cam Akers. I don't think you can go wrong with either of them. James Conner having that backfield without Chase Edmonds is very enticing. He's a good pass catcher. He scored 18 touchdowns, something crazy last year.
Yeah.
But Cam Akers' upside is tremendous. I want to talk about him just for a second because I don't think he'll be here for my next pick. Rams offense, yeah, he stunk last year when he came back from Achilles, but what could we expect after 7 months? They kind of rushed him back in there. He didn't look too good for that playoff run. But if he comes back and he gets the workload like he did in 2021, catch a little more passes from Stafford, he could be really good. But I'm going to take James Conner in the third round.
James Conner.
Would you take him over T. Higgins? What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I would. I think James Conner is one of the best picks in the third round, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. If he gets he may not score as many touchdowns, but with Chase Edmonds gone, no one really knows. The backfield's kind of murky there behind James Conner.
Mm-hmm.
I know they brought in Darrell Williams, but
that doesn't mean much.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that much. So James Conner in a potent offense.
Yeah, so I'll take Conner. I'll start off Dalvin Cook, Aaron Jones, James Conner.
Hit him high, hit him high, hit him high, hit him high, hit him low, hit him low, hit him low, hit him low.
Yeah, people might not like that, but like you said, you got to hammer those RBs, man. You got to. So after James Conner, George Kittle, Keenan Allen, David Montgomery, Breece Hall, Cam Akers. Wow, I love Breece Hall in the third. That's amazing. Fourth round, T. Higgins, Deontay Johnson, Justin Herbert, Antonio Gibson, and Michael Pittman.
Ooh. Teammate popped your smallies.
I know, man. He guessed it on me. Because I did want Pittman. I was hoping for, T. Higgins or Pittman, obviously.
We all know where you're going, though.
What do you think?
Dude, this is like clockwork. I know exactly who you're going to pick right now.
I have two people.
Mike Williams.
Yeah.
DJ Moore.
No, but I like him. I'd consider
Jalen
him.
Waddle.
No, it's a running back.
Let's see. Oh, Etienne.
Yeah. How crazy?
You do 4?
Is that crazy?
It's not crazy. I mean, that's just... you're 2 running backs and 2 flex spots.
And like Etienne and Connor in your flex is just outstanding.
I'm sorry. I was the last draft we did before the pod, I had 4 running backs, and I was wondering to myself, is it healthy to have both of your flex spots running backs? Don't you want some kind of wide receivers in half-point PPR?
Yeah, maybe in half point, but I think more so in full point, it would make probably more sense. But half point, I think you can get away with an Etienne or a guy who's going to catch some passes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's why I came to the conclusion that it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
it's fine.
So because I have Cook who's going to catch, Jones who's going to catch, and then Etienne. James Conner should as well too. So To me, I have Mike Williams higher than Etienne by a few spots. And, I feel like you can get away with having, a Cortland Sutton or a Brandon Cooks as your receiver 1, knowing that you have 4 top 20 running backs.
You think they'll get back to you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they will.
My overall rankings have a lot of receivers highly. So if I go running back here, I can kind of just hammer away receiver or something else. So
Sounds like you're going running back, bud.
I'm going to, because I love Travis Etienne this year. He's going to be the focal point. I mean, in all honesty, there's no alpha receiver. There's no number one. He's coming back. James Robinson's out. Like, he's going to be the focal point of the offense in that passing game as well. He's going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I drafted him in our previous mock.
You did?
Yeah.
Was he your
He was
fourth
my
running back?
RB2. Remember? Because I did
Oh,
a weird
yeah.
thing.
You went Swift, Etienne. Watch this. Travis Etienne in the 4th round. 4-6. I'm going to do it. After Etienne, J.K. Dobbins, Darren Waller, D.K. Metcalf, Terry McLaurin. Looks like Aaron's up to bat.
Yeah. Here I am sitting at the 411, man. Let's see what we're looking at. Let's see what we're working with around here. On my big board, Josh Jacobs, Jalen Waddle, DJ Moore, Lamar Jackson. I went with
Mike Williams.
Hey, don't tell him, man.
You got to put him on your big board, dude.
Oh, Mike Williams. He's just not on my big board exactly.
Put him on.
So I have Christian McCaffrey, Leonard Fournette, Mark Andrews.
Nice.
Let's see here. Do I want a running back?
Do you? I wouldn't. See,
I'm going to go with wide receiver first and see what I got going on my second option. I just want to take, for some reason, Jalen Waddle and DJ Moore are just, Mike Williams, but he might make it back.
Okay.
I'm going to take a risky move here. I'm going to take either Jalen Waddle or DJ Poor.
Okay. Can we talk about him?
Yeah, it's tough for me, man.
Really?
No.
It's not tough for me either.
It's DJ Moore, man. He's the number one. Baker's in there. Jalen Waddle's got to share the wealth with Tyreek Hill. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go with DJ Moore in hopes that Mike Williams gets back to me.
What if Waddle comes back?
I'll take him, man. I'll take him. Actually, I would take Mike Williams over Waddle.
You would?
Yeah.
But you take DJ over Mike Williams? You're just, because his ADP so low,
Yeah,
you think you can get him back.
Yeah, it's a risk.
But like in a real draft, you would just go Mike Williams?
Yeah.
Me too.
But
Dude,
also,
I'm so high on Mike Williams, I have him as a 3rd round pick. And getting him in the 4th or 5th is an absolute steal.
I got DJ Moore.
Ooh, he took them running backs on your head.
Who are the picks after me?
Elijah Mitchell and Josh Jacobs.
Dang it, I was actually going to make a surprise move. If Elijah Mitchell got back to me, I was going to take Elijah Mitchell here.
Really?
Yeah, I like him in the 5th a lot.
How do you feel about Elijah Mitchell with Trey Lance?
I've seen him before. I'll see it again.
I like Elijah Mitchell. I think he's a good player. I will take him in fantasy. It's just I do think Trey Lance is going to steal touchdowns. He's going to steal a lot of rushing work. And but
He also going to open it up.
He
for
also
Elijah.
opens it up. The linebackers on their toes because he's a runner. So yeah.
That was my game plan. I wasn't going to tell anyone, but I was going to take Elijah here on the way back just to shore up my. Because Elijah Mitchell doesn't get much better in the 5th round, man. You get a starting bell cow running back for one of the best, rushing teams in the NFL and the 49ers. But let's go back to our safety blanket. Let's see if you made it back. Uh-oh!
Do you like Elijah Mitchell more than Josh Jacobs?
Yes.
Okay. Me too.
So Jalen Waddle made it back. And Mike Williams.
Ooh, he got you stuck in your head. That's easy for me.
The pickle I'm in right now is Jalen Waddle gets a lot of receptions. Mike Williams does not.
Okay.
Mike Williams scores touchdowns, and Jalen Waddle, how many did he have last year?
He had...
Let's see, like 6.
6
7.
touchdowns.
Yeah.
104 catches, 1,015 yards, 6 touchdowns.
But what's worth more, touchdowns or receptions?
That's a great question. Give me the touchdowns.
For what?
They're worth 6.
They're 6, yeah.
Yeah.
A catch is half a point.
Yep.
So it sounds like I'm going with Mike Williams because that boy's going to be in the end zone a lot. He's targeted so much in the red zone. You can fade it to him. He can catch.
Dude,
He's big play.
It's not that hard. For me, they're both the number 2s in their offense, respectively. Do you want Herbert or do you want Tua?
Oh, man, you just solidified it for me. You simplified it, and now I got him.
I mean, dude, it's easy for it. After Mike Williams, Allen Robinson, Jerry Jeudy, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow. I keep seeing Joe Burrow go early, and I hate it for them. I love it for me, though. So I'm here, man. I have to do something other than running back.
Yeah, man, it's about time you make that move.
I see Jalen Waddle still made it here. That's nuts. Amari Cooper, Cortland Sutton. I really like Cortland Sutton this year, fellas. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love him. I love him more than Jalen Waddle. I'm taking Cortland Sutton as my number 1 receiver.
Really?
100%. Okay, so ask me this. Who has a higher potential of scoring more fantasy points? Cortland or Jalen Waddle?
Cortland.
Yeah. It's a no-brainer. I mean, dude, in all honesty, Cortland can put up DK Metcalf numbers in Denver with Russell Wilson. He's a better overall receiver than DK Metcalf, if you're asking me. I honestly believe that. And I'm taking Cortland Sutton over Jalen Waddle, and I ain't scared to do it, and I'll do it again and again and again and again.
I respect that. I think that people are just infatuated with Jalen Waddle, what he did last year.
Yeah, he's got the little Alabama name tag, man. It's, Alabama receiver. He was a stud.
He was really good.
Blah, blah, blah.
He was really good.
Yeah, but it's the Bama thing. Bama this, Bama that. He went to Bama. He showed out.
So did Tua.
Who cares about him? You know what I mean? It's just the price. It's just the tag. It's just the name brand. I'm over it. I'm looking at who's in a better situation. Who has the potential to be the number 1 for Russell Wilson, Cortland Sutton.
Boom, shakalaka goes the dynamite.
I just want Cortland in my draft, so I'll take him wherever. So I took Cortland at 5'7".
There goes Jalen.
After Cortland was Jalen Waddle. No surprise. TJ Hawkinson, Marquise Brown, Kyler Murray, Chris Godwin, and Mari Cooper at the turn. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Damian Harris, Ken Walker, and then Jalen Hurts. A lot of quarterbacks going, man. I don't love it.
That's why I don't like these drafts, man. These computers take like 8 quarterbacks.
Hey, let them be, man. Let them be. So I'm up on the block, man. I'm definitely targeting receiver. Marquise Brown. The receiver I'm looking at is Brandon Cooks. I can get Brandon Cooks as my number 2 receiver. I love targeting Brandon Cooks. I got him in the last mock draft. Number 1 for Houston, a team that's going to be trailing in games. He's the number 1 target. He was awesome last year. I think he should be going higher than the 6th round.
I do too. I think he's being slept on, but a lot of people are catching on.
How so?
They're starting to. He's starting to go earlier and earlier.
Would you take Amari Cooper over him? No. Right?
Where's Deshaun?
Where is he? Prison?
Probably in a massage parlor as we speak, but is he getting suspended or not?
It sounds like it.
Did he plead the 5th because he can't plead the 1st?
Yeah, well, he's going to end up shaking legs with Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby's out, you know that?
Good for him.
Dude, he can't see a squirrel 10 feet away.
He should probably still be in prison.
No, he's blind, dude. He can't see where he puts his little drugs on.
He's still a criminal.
Dude, he's...
Just because you can't see doesn't mean you should get out of prison.
He can't see.
We're not getting political, man. We're getting dangerous. Dude, Chris Godwin went over Brandon Cooks. Why in the world would you do that?
Dude, I don't know, man, because he might come back week 1.
No, there's no chance. Not a chance.
Who you picking, dog?
Brandon Cooks in the sixth round. I took Brandon Cooks. Michael Thomas, Kareem Hunt, Amon-Ra St. Brown, A.J. Dillon. You're up, bub.
Yeah, I wanted A.J. Dillon to fall to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Why are you so fascinated? Because you trucked that guy?
That's a big part of it, actually.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But I'm really... I mean, I drafted him in the last mock draft. I think I spoke on it. I think he's going to get a ton of work.
Sure.
I mean, 50-50 split. He's going to get those big thighs a churning, burning, and running through the grass field.
Yeah, he's a good player for sure.
Let's see. I guess I'll just skip out on quarterback altogether. I usually
Why?
check to see who's available when I'm up in like the 6th, 7th, 8th. But I'm not getting anyone worth
Wait on
a
it.
darn.
Wait on it, dog.
I ain't waiting on nothing until they come to me. All right, so I'm going to go with a wide receiver here. And my options, what I'm looking at right now is Adam Thielen, Drake London, Darnell Mooney, DeAndre Hopkins, Treylon Burke. There's two guys I like there. I really like Adam Thielen in that Minnesota offense. But I'm also starting to fade on him. I'm fading fast. Like Haley's Comet, man. You see it for a second, then it's dark. His age worries me. His inconsistency. But you could also say he's really consistent. It's just, it scares me. And I want to go with a young buck that put up 1,000 yards in a really bad offense, but has a potentially good quarterback. And I like Darnell Mooney here.
You do?
Yeah, what round are we in? 6?
6th round.
Ooh, that made me pushing my limit there.
I'm fine with it.
I'm fine with it, but yeah, I'm not the running backs, Miles Sanders, Cordero Patterson, Tony Pollard, Devin Singletary, Chase Edmonds. I'm going to get them on the wraparound. Let's start with a number 1 wide receiver. Adam Thielen's a 2. Drake London. Promiscuous on it. I'm curious about it. Just him being a rookie, but it's a stink team, Mariota. I wouldn't be surprised if he's really good. But I've been really fascinated, infatuated, attracted to Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Darnell Mooney. He saw 140 targets last year. It didn't really bring in any competition. We can only expect more targets.
It stonks down because of Nikhil.
And if Justin Fields becomes a better quarterback, we see more efficiency, more catches. Would you take Darnell Mooney over Jerry Jeudy if Jerry Jeudy was available?
Shoot, that's a good question.
It doesn't seem like Jeudy rarely falls. It seems like he's barely on any of our teams. That's because he kind of goes like 5th round. But honestly, I'd probably take Mooney over Jerry Jeudy.
That'd be hard for me.
Why is that?
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, but
I think this will be Jerry Jeudy's best year.
Yeah, but that's not saying much.
Exactly.
We saw Darnell Mooney last year at 81 catches, over 1,000 yards in his first year with Andy Dalton and Fields.
But they keep bringing in competition for him. Velus Jones.
Why do you keep saying that like
Nikhil
it's an issue?
Harry.
He put on weight because he's going to be the alpha. He's going to be the guy.
How much does he weigh now?
185.
Soaking wet?
Soaking wet. Let him dry out. It's either way.
Wow. So he put on that real weight, man.
Yeah, he got some of that Jack Links.
Oh, Dirty Lantern.
Yeah, Darnell.
I went with Darnell Mooney.
I'd take him over Thielen.
Ooh. Would you take Rashad Bateman over Darnell Mooney?
Yes.
Ooh, sorry.
Yeah, I would. That was the one guy I would take over Mooney, but other than that, I liked it. I'm all in on Bateman. Bateman's going to be a household name in 2022.
I feel like I need to get a running back.
Okay.
I feel like I need to get a running back, Luke.
Oh, I see him on there.
But I ain't.
Come on.
Because I don't like what I'm looking at, dude.
It's Miles Sanders.
I don't trust like that.
Why not?
And we mentioned the aforementioned Rashad Bateman.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Okay, so you need a running back. Miles Sanders is by far and away the best running back available. If not, you're settling with Tony Pollard, Chase Edmonds, Devin Singletary. But
I think Devin Singletary is better.
He's not. Not real life. Maybe we'll see for fantasy. But Sanders is running behind the best offensive line in football, a better offense from last year, a better defense, better game scripts. He should be the guy. Yeah, he's been inconsistent, but if the opportunities do come arise, he is the lead back. He could be dangerous. But I do understand you being timid about it. I do understand you stepping around it.
Hey, save your breath, dude. I'm not drafting Miles Sanders, dude.
I'm just making a case, dude. You don't have to.
Yeah, I know, but I don't trust Nick Sirianni, Horseface Jr.
Hey, come on, we're not getting
I
political.
don't know, man. He doesn't seem very smart.
Hey, come on, man.
Miles Sanders was really good at the end of the year, still couldn't find the end zone. He's hurt me many
Positive
times.
regression for that. He's going to score touchdowns this year, 100%.
Watch me have him on my real team, because I really don't, I'm not that down on him. I don't want him in my mock, really.
Mm-hmm.
I want experiments.
Okay, man, let's have it.
He stinks just like the rest of the meal.
I like Bateman over Sanders, but you did mention you wanted a running back.
Yeah, I'm going to go Rashad Bateman, the number one, and, hold that thought. Is Mark Andrews and Rashad Bateman a wild stallion of a mixture?
Yeah, you were talking earlier about you didn't want to stack Evans and Fournette in Tampa. That's a better offense. And now you're going to double dip in Baltimore, man. I don't know about it.
What do you think? Do you think that's a problem?
Do I think it's a problem? Absolutely not. But I understand your concern. Because Lamar...
Should I pivot to Drake London?
Ooh, Drake London. I don't know about all that. I think, is Gabe Davis here?
Yeah.
I would take him over London. I would also take Russell Gage over Drake London. And honestly,
not over Rashad Bateman.
I would take Chris Olave over Drake London. But that's for another day.
This just got a real sticky situation.
Looks like you're going Sanders, bub. And I'd take Elijah Moore over Drake London as well. What are you thinking, man? What's going on over there?
The pick is in. Oh, man, I'm getting some technical difficulties.
What's the pick, man?
Hey, man, you'll see whenever it comes on the board. Uh-oh, I went with Chase Edmonds. Running back for the Miami Dolphins, baby. I have high hopes for him to be the RB1, catching, running, spending $12 million on him. He's going to get his run in a nice offense. A lot of holes. Yes, sir. Chase Edmonds.
You guys just made a big mistake.
How'd you make a mistake?
You guys just made a huge mistake.
Rashad?
After Chase Edmonds went Miles Sanders, then Drake London, Gabriel Davis, and DeAndre Hopkins. And you know what? That leaves me with the highest player on my board, Rashad Bateman. And I ain't going to second guess it. I ain't even going to look at who else is available because this is a smash spot in the 7th round.
You think my Chase Edmonds pick was a mistake?
It was a mistake because you let me get Rashad Bateman.
I got Mark Andrews, Bob.
Come on, man. Double dip, man. Because that just made me dangerous, man, because Rashad Bateman is going to eat. I'm able to pick him up as my third receiver with Cortland Sutton and Brandon Cooks. And Rashad Bateman is going to see a lot of opportunities in this offense. Marquise Brown is gone. They don't have much outside of Mark Andrews. You know, Devin Duvernay, Tylan Wallace, James Prochet. You know, we'll have to see what they can do with their opportunities, but they drafted Rashad Bateman in the 2nd round to be this guy, to be their top receiver. They even made Marquise Brown expendable because they know what type of guy Rashad Bateman can be. He's going to be a special player. And I'm a big believer. To me, he reminds me of Stephon Diggs as a player. Not necessarily him breaking out in fantasy like that, but I think he will be amazing this year. And he will become a superstar. And I think, like I said, Rashad Bateman will be a household name in 2022. Get him in all your drafts. Rashad Bateman's a pick, baby.
This town ain't big enough for the both of you.
Yeah, but I'm the sheriff, so you're going to have to find a different one. After Rashad Bateman went Treylon Burks, Juju Smith-Pooper, Cordero Patterson, Elijah Moore, nice pick. Dak Prescott, 8th round, Dallas Goedert, Tyler Lockett, Devin Singletary, Devontae Smith, and James Cook. So that leaves me at the 8-6. So far, my team is Dalvin Cook, Aaron Jones, James Conner, Travis Etienne, Cortland Sutton, Brandon Cooks, Rashad Bateman. So let me see. Let's take a look at the board. Russell Wilson's here. I like that. Tom Brady, Tony Pollard, Hunter Renfrow, Chris Olave, Christian Kirk I like. Russell Gage is down there. Alan Lazard. I'm gonna have to think this one out, man. You intrigued by any of these names?
What are you looking for here?
I'm looking for upside, man. I want someone who can hit the home run.
What are your guys there?
Who's that? TP?
TP, man, for TP.
Tony Pollard's the highest guy on my board available right now. I already have 4 running backs, so does that really matter?
No, I don't think you can ever have too many running backs. Injuries, everything.
I think for me it's either Tony Pollard or Russell Gage. I'm a big Russell Gage guy. I know the hype's kind of chilled out a little bit, but I ain't going to let that get to me because even if Chris Godwin is back week 2 or whatever, we saw Antonio Brown eat as a number 3 there, and I think Russell Gage will be able to fill that role tremendously. He could score like 8 to 10 touchdowns, dude. Like people don't understand what's going on. And he's one of my favorite players. I'll reach for him in the 8th round. I don't care because I want him on my fantasy team. But I want Tony Pollard more.
Can I ask you about Tony Pollard?
Yeah, let's get into him.
Would you take Tony Pollard over Chase Edmonds? We talked about it, didn't we?
Yes, I would, unless I only had 2 running backs. And if I was going to draft one of the 2 as my RB3, it would be Chase Edmonds. Just because of the security, he's the starter.
He could be the number
he's
1.
Going to get the work from day one.
That's exactly my thought behind mine.
Okay.
Over Miles Sanders.
I don't know. I think
you can't do it, man. You can't pull that trigger because you got a little pop gun instead of 44 Magnum pistol in your pants.
I have all 3 of those guys. I have Sanders, Pollard, Edmonds. They're all 3 right there. So
they're about the same twins.
Yeah, you can pick and choose, but like I said, Edmonds, the security, Tony Pollard, the upside. Because not very many people in this range have Tony Pollard upside.
All right, man, let's click on it if you're about it.
I'm
See
about
if he's really about it. Oh, toilet paper.
You know I'm about it, dude. You ain't got to play around.
Dang it, man.
I'm done with running back, so that gives me 5. After Tony Pollard was Hunter Renfrow, Rashad Penny, Aaron Rodgers, and Dawson Knox.
Yeah, I'm going to... I have Christian McCaffrey, Leonard Fournette, and Chase Edmonds as my running backs, which isn't as strong as I would have liked. But I'm going to hold off and get some guys. Like right now, it's Melvin Gordon, Ramondre Stevenson, Michael Carter, Isaiah Spiller.
They dried up on you real quick, huh?
I'm looking for a guy that could potentially be a starter.
Oh.
And I don't want the split guys. I don't want the Melvin Gordon. I don't want the Ramondre Stevenson.
The Michael Carters.
Yeah, I'm looking a little deeper than that right now. I'm looking at Ronald Jones and Dameon Pierce. The guys that have potential to be day 1 starters. I think Ronald Jones has a high % chance to take over that job, that role. And Dameon Pierce could very well be the starter going in. So I'm going to hold off a little bit and see what I got in other areas.
Yeah, I think people are starting to warm up to Ronald Jones. I am as well. I think after Tony Pollard, like I love targeting like Ronald Jones and Kareem Hunt, guys like that. But like Ronald Jones especially, like I don't think he's a great player like in real life, but he might be better than Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Like Clyde,
I think so. A better running back.
Clyde hasn't been very good. He's for a guy who's little. He doesn't have great hands. And Ronald Jones might be the early down workhorse. He might be the goal line back too. And that's huge in that Kansas City offense if you can get him this late, you know.
And I'm looking at some upside wide receivers right now that I really enjoy. Garrett Wilson, Brandon Ayuk. Chris Olave is the one that catches my eye.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take a chance on him. Just one of these guys is going to break out. Your guess is as good as mine.
It's Olave.
I was leaning Garrett Wilson for a while. I've kind of cooled off. The Brunson burner kind of, the flame dimmed. So now I mean, in my head, it's like Chris Olave makes the most sense to me.
I think it does, but I love Chris Olave. I'm targeting him as well. But I think a lot of his upside resides on, Michael Thomas's health and his ability to play. Like, if Michael Thomas is out there, obviously that...
I think they're different guys, though.
Right. But who's the number 1? It's Mike Tom.
Yeah, but he's a dink and dunk slant.
Yeah, but he's getting the targets.
Olave is what is going to unlock Jameis Winston, the long ball, big play. Good
Yeah,
boy.
but is that going to be reliable, you think?
You don't believe in Jameis like that no more?
I do. But I also
I have a
think...
question for you.
Sure.
Would you take the ceiling of Olave or Christian Kirk?
Olave.
I struggle with that. Christian Kirk's the number one
Mm-hmm.
on a young, up-and-coming offense.
Yeah, but Chris Olave was a top, 12 pick in the NFL draft?
What about Garrett Wilson or Christian Kirk?
Garrett Wilson or Christian Kirk? I like Christian Kirk more than Garrett Wilson.
You just don't...
Yeah,
Garrett
but
Wilson
Garrett
was
Wilson-
a top 10 pick.
Yeah, but he's a number 2 for Zach Wilson. Those are
Who's
two.
number one?
Elijah Moore.
Don't you think they drafted him to become the number one?
Eventually, not this year.
Why not?
Because Elijah Moore's the number 1 this year. You want to make a bet right now?
I think Garrett Wilson's number one. Will be the number one.
This in 2022.
He will take it over this
Who
year.
finishes with more fantasy points this year? Elijah Moore or Garrett Wilson?
Garrett Wilson.
All right, I'll take Elijah Moore.
All right.
Shake on it.
Water bet.
All right, cool.
All right, I'm going to go with... Now I got to take Garrett. Just kidding, boys. I'm going to go with Chris Olave.
All right. I think you can get away with Olave because you could also get Kirk a little later.
Yeah.
After Chris Olave, it was Russell Wilson and Robert Woods. You back up, bub?
Dang, man.
Yo, bub, you're on the clock, dude.
I know, man. I'm hearing it. 9-2. I'm kind of befuddled right now, boys. You know what? It's 13 rounds, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to get my quarterback right now.
All right.
Because they seem to go really... And people draft 2 quarterbacks, 3 quarterbacks in this league for some reason. I think we're playing with a bunch of orangutans. But not saying they're dumb, but they just don't understand the concept of fantasy. I mean, they're smart for even clicking the buttons and whatnot, you know?
Hey, they might be smart for going 2 QBs, man. Who knows?
Maybe. Maybe I'm the dumb one. But I'm going to go with Trey Lancelot.
Ouch.
What? I'm going to go Trey Lance because I love Konami code quarterbacks. He's going to be running. He's going to run in some goal line. It's like Jalen Hurts, I feel like. It's a pretty safe bet for me. If he gets the starting job, he's going to put up fantasy numbers. He's going to be reliable. It may not be pretty, but it's going to look good on at the end of end of your Sunday night. It's going to look pretty good on your fantasy team as far as points go. I just like Trey Lance. I think he's going to be a top 10 quarterback in fantasy. He's going to be amazing.
Yeah, amazing's a good word. So,
What do you mean? What is this guy slapping around
Hey,
for?
quiet.
Do you like Trey Lance or not?
You already know. I like Trey Lance.
You said ouch when I drafted him.
Because I liked him. I wanted him.
All right, man. We'll remember that
Come
when you
on,
draft
man.
someone right here.
We're head to head, man. I like the guys you got, man.
You got competition.
After Trey Lance is Garrett Wilson, Tom Brady, Brandon Ayuk, and Matthew Stafford. And it stinks because I would have drafted Tom Brady.
That guy literally drafted Aaron Rodgers and then Tom Brady the next round.
Good for him, man. Be happy for him.
Orangutan Johnson
So
calling.
I have 5 running backs and 3 receivers. The quarterbacks are dried up, so why take one now? Just keep it going. Russell Gage is here. I'm going to take him to be my 4th receiver. Christian Kirk, Alan Lazard are 2 guys I like too. But, like I said, Tampa Bay, great offense, better offense than Jacksonville and Green Bay. And he's 1 injury away from being a league winner. And we still are TBD on Chris Godwin and Gronkowski retired. I love Russell Gage this year. Love his opportunity. And I think he's a solid real-life player. So Russell Gage is my 9th round pick. After Russell Gage was Zach Ertz, Christian Watson, Ramondre Stevenson, Sky Moore, Michael Carter. 10th round, Christian Kirk, Melvin Gordon, Chase Claypool, Pat Freiermuth, and Ronald Jones.
We know where he's going.
Ronald Jones, man, that stinks because I liked him. So that leaves me with, should I go another receiver here, man? Do I go crazy? Obviously, I need a quarterback and a tight end.
What are you looking at? You don't have it, and none of them caught your eye? I mean,
What?
who's in the tight end right now?
Well, I see,
Your boy.
I'm
Might not
fine
be
with
there on the way back.
I'm fine with Derek Carr and Kirk Cousins,
But
but with the way these guys go, they probably won't be there.
I don't think Cole Kmet would be there either.
I see Komet, Mike Gesicki is a guy. Albert O, I love. Irv Smith, fine.
They have Albert O with a lot of points.
But dude, I mean, Alan Lazard is here, and
No, I think you should take one of your guys.
Alan Lazard's here in the 10th round. I'm gonna take him. With the upside of him being the number one for Aaron Rodgers, he could be reliable. He could be the reliable target there. He's big body. We haven't seen him really take that jump. We haven't seen him be that number one, but he has the potential to score like 8 to 12 touchdowns and be the number one guy for Aaron Rodgers. And he would solidify my receiving core. My running backs are fine. Those are my two most important positions in fantasy. So I'm taking Alan Lazard.
The Lizard Rat.
After Lazard, Jamison Williams, Michael Gallup, Isaiah Spiller, and James Robinson.
Well,
that leaves you with your hand in your pants.
No, yeah, in a good way. I'm looking for running back, man. I've been I
already know.
I've been stalemate on it, man, and I told you guys earlier. I had my eye on Dameon Pierce, the rookie running back from the Texans, who I think has a very high chance of taking over the job and being pretty dang good.
Aaron loves this guy.
Yeah, I take him in probably 90% of our drafts.
Yes.
And it happens to me every year. I fall in love with a rookie running back who I think can, have a job and be a good player.
You've been pretty good at it, I'll give you that.
Yeah, but I've never seen Dameon Pierce play.
So what do you like about him?
His name.
Really? You don't know anything about him?
I know he went to Florida, and I've seen some of his highlights. But
that's not good. That's not enough to support
I know he
it.
didn't. Well, watch. If I'm right, then you guys are looking like orangutans again.
All right.
Yeah. I'm taking Cole Kmet just so you can't get him.
After Dameon Pierce was Kadarius Toney and Mike Gesicki. You would draft someone just because you don't want someone else to get him?
No, but you said all's fair in love and 4.
That's a bad way to do it, man.
Come on, man. Don't play games with me.
Draft who you want, big boss. You like Irv Smith, man. Do it.
Just do it. Let's see here. I think I'm going to hammer down on them. Oh, yeah, I got a plan in place, boys. I can't really tell you because Luke's listening. But I'm going to go ahead and... What happened?
What'd you do, dude?
I didn't mean to take him yet. I just was putting him in my queue.
All right.
Don't tell anyone, man.
Who are you
Don't
gonna
tell the
take?
audience, man.
Who are you going to take?
I'm taking another rookie running back that has potential to get some volume.
All right.
I'm taking Tyler Algier, the running back for the Falcons. And this is why I'm not. There's Alexander Madison, Rashad White, Nyheim Hines, Darrell Henderson. The reason I'm not taking Madison, I know you guys might think it's crazy, but he's a backup. We know he's going to be a backup. We don't know if Tyler Algier is not. He could be the starter day one. He could get a lot of volume.
Yeah, for the Falcons.
Yeah, the Falcons, Dirty Birds.
They're going to they're going to have a first overall pick next year. They're going to have the least amount of scoring opportunities.
Who had the first overall pick this year?
They have.
Who had the first overall pick this year? Jacksonville?
Yeah.
James Robinson was just fine and dandy last time I checked. Boom goes the dynamite. Aaron Campbell drafted Tyler Algier. Ooh, he's losing quarterbacks.
Ouch. Kirk Cousins, Alexander Madison, Derek Carr, and Jahan Dotson. Well, that leaves me with my boy, man. That leaves me with my boy, Justin Fields.
Oh, Field of Dream.
You know how I feel about those Konami
Field
codes.
of Nightmares.
According to reports, his growth has been impressive this offseason. They're very impressed with how he is being a leader coming into his second year. And to me, I think leadership goes a long way in real life football. You get your locker room behind you, you get the support, you get that confidence up. You get ability to learn the offense. And I like him because he's going to add 60 yards rushing to go along with 200 yards passing and a couple touchdowns. And that leads to fantasy points. He's got a lot of upside. You got to go upside at quarterback position if you want to win your fantasy leagues. And Justin Fields has all that. Bad team, going to be playing from behind, going to need to throw. Justin Fields is good. I'm fine with it.
I just noticed I have 2 Carolina players.
That's unfortunate for you.
DJ Moore and Christian McCaffrey's.
Oh, you're going Baker.
Oh, Baker's gold.
So I went Fields in the 11th. Marquise Valdez-Scantling, Tua, Cole Kmet, Hunter Henry, Albert Akui-Bunam.
What? What is his last name?
Albert Akui-Bunam.
Is that really it, or are you making fun of him?
Nah, Albert Akui-Bunam. That's his name, Albert.
Alright, I gotta...
Albert Akui-Bunam.
I respect you for attempting...
That's his name, I swear. Look it up.
I thought it was Albert O.
Akui-Bunam.
Bunam?
Akui?
I've never heard anyone say that.
Akui-Bunam.
Huh. That's interesting. I'm impressed. Thank you.
12th round, Naeem Hines, Rashad White. I love that pick. Kenny Galladay, Tyler Boyd, Darrell Henderson. Yeah, I'm going to take the guy Aaron loves.
What the heck?
With Albert O and Cole Kmet off the board, the next guy for me is Irv Smith. I have him tied in 13.
I thought you were going to take the guy that I accidentally drafted before.
No, I ain't playing around. Irv Smith is interesting. I need a tight end. He's tied to a good offense. Kirk Cousins likes to throw to tight ends. We've seen it with Kyle Rudolph. And even last year with Tyler Conklin, a guy who's not very good, a real-life player, but he was relevant in fantasy for, 2 or 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Irv Smith is a huge step above these guys. Like you said, he's in a contract year. He's playing for new money. And I think he's kind of getting slept on as a breakout tight end this year. He could score a whole bunch of touchdowns. And I'm going to take Irv Smith to be my tight end 1.
I love it. I love Irv Smith this year, man. Contract year. He's going to look good in that offense.
Are you comfortable with him as your tight end?
Yes, I'm very comfortable with him.
As your tight end 1?
But, dude, I live that way. I never have good tight ends. That's how I live.
Says the guy who drafted Mark
So
Andrews.
I expect, if my tight end gets more than 5 points, I'm fine.
That's not fine.
Yeah, because I win.
No. That's not how you play, man. You got to win.
Jarvis Landry.
Go ahead, man. Who you got?
I'm looking at a wide receiver. I see Jarvis Landry has, but I'm not drafting him late.
Why?
The key to late round drafting is take your shot, dude. Take a shot at a guy that can boom right out of the gate. No one expected it, and people come calling you for trades. You dump them, they stink again. You win the trade. That's the key. Get your boom players. Jarvis Landry isn't gonna boom.
Why?
He made week 1, but we all know what Jarvis Landry is, man. Like a DJ Chark. Nah. I'm going with the rookies.
No, don't take him.
Yeah. Jalen Tolbert.
No.
The rookie wide receiver in Dallas who's going to be a starter day 1 in that high-powered, high-octane offense. Gallup's hurt. He's taking over, and I don't think he's going to relinquish that spot again. We're going to find ourselves a new stud wide receiver, Jalen Tolbert.
Dude, take Jarvis Landry.
Sorry, smoke screen.
That stinks, man. I love him. Yeah, I drafted him in the last one, so it's only fitting that you get him here.
Let's see what I'm looking at, man. I got the floor is mine.
Last pick, baby. Make it count.
Man, my phone's blowing up with all them sleeper sofas.
Ooh, it's that home run derby. Who you got in the derby?
Jose Ramirez. Is he
I like
in
it. Yeah, I like that one.
Is Tim Anderson in it?
Absolutely not.
I mean, let's just shoot the breeze real quick.
All right.
Well, let's see what we're looking at. Running back, Kenneth Gainwell, J.D. McKissick, Gus Edwards, Raheem Mostert, Chuba Hubbard. You like any of that?
Gainwell.
You do?
Yeah.
Dude, what do you like about that?
The potential of him being the starting running back in Philly.
I need to read on him, man.
Dude, he's got a whole bunch of upside in that offense. He's a pass-catching back.
His latest news was he rushed 1 time for 6 yards and lost to Bugs. That guy stinks.
Yeah, but dude, you're drafting in the 13th round. You're drafting for upside. He had splash weeks last year.
He's like a scat back, though. He's not a every down back.
5'9", 200. He'd be fine. He's not a 3-down back, but in that offense, if they improved a great offensive line,
Let me throw a old name at you and see if it sticks.
It's not.
Mark Ingram.
No.
For if
He's
Kamara's
dust.
if Kamara's out for 6 weeks,
Yeah,
is that
I mean,
a smart draft or you just waiver him?
no, I mean, it makes sense. I think it's logically. But how many times are you going to start Mark Ingram?
Well, let me ask you something. How many times are you illogical?
You ever seen SpongeBob SquarePants?
Yeah, number
If
of
you
times.
just focus on Patrick Starr in those episodes, that's about equivalent to how logical I can be.
That guy probably has the least amount of logic of any character I've ever seen.
And I take pride in it.
I mean, he's happy though.
I like Mark Ingram is 32 years old. He's going on his 12th year. He might be dust, and I really like Abram Smith, undrafted free agent they picked up. They gave him the most money of any undrafted free agent available in the NFL. So obviously they like him. And if Mark Ingram is over the hill, Abram Smith is going to smash. I like him a little more. Upside.
All right, let's talk about some of the wide receivers. Jacoby Myers, Tim Patrick, DJ Chark, and Devontae Parker.
I like all those.
What are you thinking about, like, who's the man in New England, Jacoby Myers or Devontae Parker?
Jacoby Myers.
Are we sure?
Yeah. I think Mac Jones is a good quarterback, and I think Myers will be like the volume guy, but Parker could be the guy that scores more touchdowns than him. But it just depends on what you're looking for, I guess.
Tim Patrick.
Yeah, I like him. Where's is KJ Osborne here? Oh, you don't have any Vikings, do you?
No, I was just about to talk about him.
Okay.
You think that's a good flyer?
Yes.
I think it's a very good flyer, and I don't see him drafted very often.
No, I like him though. He's a deep sleeper for me.
I'm going to take Robbie Anderson.
What?
KJ Osborne guy. You should have seen his face.
Oh,
Man.
you would have went Carolina stack.
Oh, gosh. I'm not really mad at it. I mean, I'm disappointed in myself for not noticing the Rashad. I'd rather have a Rashad Bateman, Mark Andrews one.
You should have just embraced the Carolina one and took Robbie Anderson.
Dude, Robbie Anderson is bad. Or is he back?
Is he back?
Dude, he's not very good at football, I don't believe.
What if he gets traded to Green Bay?
He's not very good at football.
Oh, you just don't like him at all? Dude, he was awesome a few years. For the Jets?
Is Aaron Rodgers really like a deep ball guy still? I mean, he had, I guess,
Yeah.
MVS.
He'll throw it down there, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like Robbie Anderson.
So who'd you take?
KJ Osborne.
What do you like about it?
I like the fact that he's in a high-powered offense. Adam Thielen has injury history. He's getting up there. KJ might just usurp him for being better.
Oh, no, he's not.
You never know.
He's not better. But, like you said, Minnesota's going to throw more.
If Adam Thielen...
gets hurt.
Yeah, Adam Thielen is really good at when he does play. He's like a really fantastic player,
He's not
especially in the
going
red
nowhere.
zone.
He's a leader on that team, dude. He's going to play as much as he can.
Is he white?
Unfortunately.
Bread.
But I like KJ, man. I think he's a good upside play there.
All right, you're up, Skip.
After Osborne, it was Mecole Hardman, Kenneth Gainwell, J.D. McKissick. Last pick for me. What do you do here, man? Should I take 2 tight ends because I have Irv Smith? Is that asinine?
I mean, if that's what makes you feel good. Who would you take? Njoku? Robert Tonyan?
Yeah, Tonyan.
When is he coming back?
He should be back.
May not be ready week 1.
Who do I like here? I like the Osborne one. I like Tim Patrick. I like Gus Edwards. I'm going to take Tim Patrick. No, I'm not. I have Cortland Sutton. I lied.
Oh, man. I was about to...
I lied. I'm sorry. But I do like Tim Patrick sneaky. Obviously, everyone knows who he is. I mean, he's
not even a secret, really.
Is DJ Chark? Why isn't he ever talked about for Detroit? And why didn't Jacksonville keep him?
I don't think he was ever the same after he set foot into that locker room with Urban Meyer. And Urban Meyer said some things to him, showed him some things.
Urban Liar.
Suburban Meyer, yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I would want to leave the organization as well.
Urban Meyer probably scarred a lot of people that year.
Yes. But, so DJ Chark, we haven't seen a lot, but he has the size and speed to be a number one.
Yeah, take your shot, dude. I don't blame you.
Is that a stupid shot, you think?
I just don't think he's... I mean, he has the attributes, but I don't think he has the mentality of that number one. I mean, he had a really good year, what was it, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
In Jacksonville?
Right.
He's got brick hands, if I'm being honest with you.
You think he's got poo stains?
I can't speak on that, but I'm sure Suburban can.
I think Jacoby Myers in a real draft would be my pick here. But is Rondale Moore available?
No, I was eyeing him. He went before I took KJ, I believe. Yeah,
Dang it, he went in the
was
12th. Darn. Yikes. Man, that would have been fun. Man, that would have been awesome, actually.
I was thinking about him.
Where's Van Jefferson at?
Oh, Van Zerk.
Someone find me Van Jefferson. Here he is. So can we talk about him?
Yeah.
Van Jefferson's the number 3 in the Rams offense right now. Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson, Van Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
And Van Jefferson flashed last year in certain games. I mean, dude, he had 800 yards and 6 touchdowns. Did you know that?
I did not.
Why aren't we talking about him?
Because Allen Robinson's there. I
Justin,
think we'd be talking about him a lot more if Odell was hurt and they didn't pick up Allen Robinson. I think he'd be dang near a boomerang. You throw him out and he's coming back.
So he would be the number 2, but I mean, even being the number 3, he's a big play. He's 6'1", 200, but he runs a 4.4.
Yeah, he's a speed merchant.
And like, Allen Robinson's not a speed merchant. Kupp's not a speed merchant. It's Jefferson as their deep threat, with Stafford and his big, juicy, voluptuous arm.
Oh, man, you're making me hungry.
Van Jefferson.
Wait, can I ask you a question about Van Jefferson?
Yes, please.
Is Van short for something, or is that his name just Van?
I think it's Vanthan.
That's really cool. Vanthan?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's... Oh, like Nathan, but Vanthan.
Maybe.
Oh, you don't know?
No, I made that up.
I'm kind of hoping it is just Van.
Van.
It's a good name.
What? Oh, Vance.
Vance probably makes the most sense.
Vance is a cool name, but is that a real first name?
Vance is, yeah. I used to know a kid named Vance.
That's a cool name. What's the actor's name? Vance?
Vin Diesel?
No, not Vance.
Lance?
With the weird voice? Dang, what's his name?
Steve Buscemi?
No, dude.
What
movie is he in? Dodgeball? Who's the main guy in Dodgeball? What's his name?
What's his name?
Dang it, man. He's a big actor.
Yeah.
He's tall. He's got the weird voice.
Is his name Vance?
Isn't it?
Vince? Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's Vince.
Right
when you said I could see his face, but I couldn't think of his name.
Yeah, me neither. Vince Vaughn. Dang. Yeah, Van Jefferson, I think, is a huge upside play.
I like that one. That's like a similar. I would say that's similar to a KJ Osborne situation.
Yeah, he might be better than KJ Osborne.
No.
Yeah.
He might.
He's got speed.
But does he have dreads?
Super Bowl team. Rams, great offense. He's a number 3 now with no Odell.
I think he had a big play during that.
He sure did. He played a lot. I think he played like 90.
Yeah, because Odell got
hurt.
Turf
but even
monster.
in the playoffs, he played like 90% of the snaps. He plays a lot.
I'd pick Van if I were you.
And he was startable in a few weeks last year, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think he did very good in those. I remember it was like a rush to Adam, and he kind of pooped the bed.
Yeah,
like Cooper Kupp just literally took over the game, and
he's one of those guys that you pick up like after a big game, and then he stinks, and then the week you bench him, he goes for like 20.
Yeah.
But I'd take Van Jefferson with my last pick. Why not? To close it out, Deshaun Cosby, Gus Edwards, Jarvis Landry, Peoples-Jones, and Matt Ryan.
Where do you see Peoples-Jones?
Oh, David Bell. I just saw Cleveland.
I was about to be so disrespected.
Why?
David Bell's better than Peoples-Jones.
Yeah, they're different.
I'd pick David Bell in a weird universe.
You would?
Yeah.
Why don't you like Peoples-Jones?
He's a one-trick pony to me.
Yeah, but he's athletic.
What about Nico Collins?
Maybe in a few years.
I'm not waiting a few, dude.
Why?
What about Mechie?
Yeah. Sure.
No one drafts them.
He's got the injury stuff. But I like him. He's a good deep sleeper.
I also think if you don't get... if someone takes Dameon Pierce, I think you could grab Marlon Mack just in case.
I'd take Mack over Dameon Pierce.
I think
straight
you
up.
should be in asylum.
Why would you not?
I think you'd belong in a zoo for saying that.
Well, why wouldn't you pick Marlon Mack?
I think you belong on a deserted island.
Make your case for Dameon Pierce over Mack.
My case for Dameon Pierce is he's a rookie, he's young. Marlon Mack hasn't touched a ball in, 2 years? He's coming off serious injury. How much did they pay him?
Not that much.
Not that much?
No.
Maybe, Dameon, I think he's probably got more burst in his legs, and he's lively.
I don't know. He just runs hard.
For me, personally, if I'm a GM or a coach or something, I want to see the young guy, see what he's got. I mean...
What if Marlon Mack's
because
just better?
Because that could be your future friend. I mean, if he's better, Marlon Mack wins the job. That's fine.
Yes, he will.
If Dameon Pierce stinks, yeah, you don't play him, but we got
No, he does. I don't think he stinks. I think Marlon Mack's just better. I don't think Marlon Mack stinks. When he's healthy, he's good.
You used to compare Marlon Mack to Todd Gurley.
He's best comparable to Todd Gurley. Look it up.
Yeah, where's Todd Gurley?
Out of the league.
After an injury. Marlon Mack's about to be the same way. 2-step down in the tango bar.
I mean, yeah, we haven't seen Marlon Mack. Obviously, we'll have to see what he does in training camp, but I just think he's overall a better player than Dameon Pierce. And he's a veteran. He's been there. He's been to multiple training camps. And when he was a starter in Indianapolis for Jonathan Taylor, he was really good.
You should be deployed for the words you spoke earlier.
I'm just saying, dude, Marlon Mack is a starter. But eventually, maybe Dameon Pierce will take it over. He should. But, I mean, if Marlon Mack gets hot, he looks good again. I mean, he's worth a late-round flyer. That's all I'm saying. Right?
Mm-hmm. No. I mean, I'll take Marlon Mack if I can't get Dameon Pierce.
You don't know much about Dameon Pierce.
All right, man. We finish it off, man. Those guys stink anyway. Let's talk about our team, shall we?
Yeah.
I'll go first. The number 2 pick. Quarterback Trey Lancelot. Running back Darius Sanders, Christian McCaffrey. Running back Leonard Fournette. Wide receiver DJ Moore. Wide receiver 2 Mike Williams. Tight end Mark Andrews. Flex spot Darnell Mooney. Flex spot Chase Edmonds. Bench Chris Olave, Dameon Pierce, Tyler Algier, Jalen Tolbert, and KJ Osborne.
Okay. What do you like most about your team?
What do I like most? I like my bench, that there's so much potential ready to be harvested if one is to become. But I have also a lot of leeway to, if they stink, I have a lot of leeway to add someone from waivers that actually did boom. I have a lot of flexibility, but I also like, the Chase Edmonds, the potential with him, the Christian McCaffrey freak, Trey Lance.
How do you think your draft turned out taking Mark Andrews in the 3rd? Are you happy with it? Because it's something that you never do.
I would be happier with taking a running back. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it always comes down to. I always regret it. But this is what is this? This is practice. It's a mock, and I wanted to see what it'd be like to. And looking at my team and then realizing I have Mark Andrews makes me feel really good. Like, and I didn't have to, like, that's a solid
Yeah,
thing.
I think like drafting a tight end early, like after the draft, your team might not be super deep at your, receiver or running back. I guess running back for your instance. But like when the season starts and like the games get playing and you see Mark Andrews get the crazy numbers that he puts up in your lineup, you're like, oh, it's worth it.
It was worth it, yeah.
Because that's how I feel. Like the past few years, I've been targeting Kelsey in the second round, and like after the draft, you're like, dang, my bench is kind of weak. But then as the season goes on, you start picking up waiver guys that fill in, knowing 100% that Kelsey is a dog and he's going to outscore every tight end, every opponent. He's going to be your number one receiver. It's just like a great feeling to have. I can say that. But I like it. I think for a 12 team, this is a good team because you have upside with Mike Williams, McCaffrey, Trey Lance, Mooney, and then your bench is full of it. 'Cause the uncertainty. A lot of times in fantasy football, you have to take the uncertainty. You have to embrace the uncertainty because there's a lot of unknowns. I mean, Olave could, if Mike Thomas does not play at football ever again, Chris Olave is number one. He's a freak. Damian Pierce does win the running back job. You got a starting running back, a young buck, full of juice. Algier could be the number one. He could get the workload. You got him in the 11th round. And then Tolbert, a guy I love. So you're shooting for the upside.
That's what it's all about in the late rounds. I figured that out. That you don't want the less like a. You don't want to cap your ceiling with someone. Yeah, you know their name and they've been in the league. By just drafting them off name alone and reputation, maybe in the past, when there's rookies out there that have untapped potential. Like they could be that next guy, and you decide to take
Jarvis
James
Landry.
Robinson or something in the late round, where you have to wait for him to come back, and will he be the same? Like all those question ones. I don't like that. I like taking, it's kind of like taking your shot, taking a shot in the dark, man.
Yeah, you have to, and with the young guys too, you'll find out pretty early on with the first 3 or 4 weeks if they're going to be home run hitters or not. So, I mean, you can do with that as you will.
Yeah, it gives you flexibility,
and you can go pick up. If Jarvis Landry is a focal point in New Orleans, he's going to be there. You go pick him up, and there's always guys that are out there you can go get. So I like it, I really do. And we'll move on to my team.
Yes.
So at quarterback, Justin Fields, hit or miss, I'll say that. My 2 running backs are Dalvin Cook and Aaron Jones. My 2 receivers are Cortland Sutton and Brandon Cooks. My tight end's Irv Smith. My 2 flex are James Conner and Travis Etienne. And then my bench is Rashad Bateman, Tony Pollard, Russell Gage, Alan Lazard, and Van Jefferson.
It's a very solid team you put together, Lou.
Thank you.
You're right. I mean, first and foremost, the running backs stand out. I bet you feel real good looking at that team with those 4. With their pass catching and the workhorse load they could have is very, very beautiful to see. And you also have a number of number 1 wide receivers out there: Cortland, Brandon Cooks, Rashad Bateman, the undisputed number 1s, if you ask me, on their respected teams. And I like how you sprinkled in, you got Tony Pollard. Zeke gets hurt, that guy's a freak. Even without him, he's still playable. Even with Zeke playing. Russell Gage, beautiful. Alan Lazard, I was targeting him as well. That's another number 1, potentially. It's all about potential. You know how I feel about Irv Smith, and we talked about Van Jefferson, Justin Fields. Sometimes you gotta bite the bullet and just hope for the best with the Konami. But I think, he won't lose you a league. He won't just poop the bed. He'll put some kind of numbers up. You'll look up at the end of his numbers on TV may look like poop, but you'll look at your fantasy team and be like, oh, he got me 18, 20, 22.
Yeah, that's true. He'll be inconsistent, I believe, but I think something that's in common with these first 2 mocks that we've done is we both kind of wait on quarterback. And quarterback's tough, man, because you're not really ever going to find that waiver wire darling at quarterback. They're all taken, all the studs are gone. So, like, the quarterback that you draft, you're kind of stuck with. I mean, because even if Herbert gets hurt, like, you're not picking up Chase Daniel. You're not picking up his backup. So, like, ideally, I think it's a smart move to take a quarterback early, is what is starting to realize, unless you're able to hit on the upside of a Fields, Lance, or Trevor Lawrence, because you can get them so late and the rest of your team is so strong that you have to hit on your late round quarterback.
Well, I think these mock drafts are ridiculous how much they take quarterbacks. Like in all our mocks, I can get Jalen in the 7th. Sometimes I can get Kyler in the 7th. Like, I think a lot of people think like us in the real world, but these robots or orangutans, whatever they are just quarterback
But
hungry.
like, yeah, they are. It's kind of crazy, but
Like, that's a strategy
but like in a lot
from
of
the Stone Ages, is to wait on the quarterback.
But like we said, man, every draft's different, and there is 12-team leagues that I'm in where people will double dip quarterbacks all the time. And so, like, even if they have Rodgers, they'll pick up Tom Brady, they'll pick up Derek Carr.
I guess it just depends on the league, really. But for the most part, it's like you can get
yeah, you can get Russell in like the 8th and 9th and stuff, but just getting back to, it's probably logical to get a top 9, top 10 quarterback.
This is what I do. Probably after the 5th, 6th round, so 7th, 8th, 9th, I'll load up on my running backs and wide receivers, and I'll check to see if there's anyone that I really want in the quarter. I'll go check on the quarterbacks to see if I can get like a Kyler, Jalen. If sometimes I even check in the earlier rounds, like the 5th, 4th, if I can get a Lamar Jackson, or if they fall and I didn't expect it, I will take them.
Yeah, definitely. I think value is huge, especially like going early for your quarterback. But a lot of times they just don't fall. But if I'm going quarterback early, like Lamar Jackson is a huge target because he kind of gets left behind, like Herbert, Mahomes, Josh Allen, and I think he's right there with them. But a lot of times he'll go around later, and that's when I'll kind of jump in and take him because I love Lamar. I think he can be the QB1 again. But yeah, I don't know. Definitely, I think it's important to target an elite quarterback, but don't reach. Try to get some value. But if there's no value, you have to go late round and you have to hit on it to win your league.
Yeah, and it makes it stressful. I mean, it makes life easier if you have an elite quarterback or someone you can trust week in and week out,
Yes.
Instead of, doing the whole roller coaster thing and switching quarterbacks. It stinks.
Mm-hmm.
And it stinks. But whenever you have that solid 20 points plus every week, you know what's happening. You can kind of don't have to worry about that position. It makes life easier. So I agree with and I've come around on that too, that, I look a lot more often now. I'm not just turning a blind eye to the quarterback position. I'm seeking it out, seeing what's going on, smelling the tea leaves, seeing if anyone's wiping when they should be flushing.
Yeah, streaming quarterbacks is hard.
Stupid.
I've lost a whole lot of leagues streaming quarterbacks because you'll stream Carson Wentz or Derek Carr, and you would think it would be a smash spot, and they end up with 9 points, 11 points, and you're playing against an elite quarterback who has 23, and
you're already behind the barrel.
That's a 12-point swing on your head, and
right
it's
on
not
your
fun.
head.
It's not fun to stream a quarterback and you watch him get absolutely demolished. So if you can get an elite guy, I recommend it.
Yes.
But hopefully Justin Fields hits, man, in this draft because I feel good about it.
Yeah, maybe we should do a mock draft where we take a QB early.
Oh, we will. It's just I just thought it was funny that we both waited in our first 2 mocks at QB.
That's why I took Trey Lance.
I forgot you had Lance. I'm fine with that.
Oh, yeah, I'm in the 9th round.
Yeah, 12 teams. He'll be a starting quarterback. And he'll be worth it, man. He might be a great player in fantasy.
That was fun, man.
Yeah, I had a blast, man. We'll do more. We'll try to touch on almost every spot.
Yeah, we got so much on our plate in terms of, football. The training camp started today for 2 teams for just rookies, but Saturday everyone's starting up, man. So the gears are turning, so we're turning with them.
I think we're 5 Sundays away from football.
Yeah, so we got we got to churn out the divisional previews. When we do the records, what we like.
We'll break down every team, every division, bowl predictions, records, everything.
Yeah,
It's a magical time.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's fun. A lot of work because you got to do your research and stuff. But we look forward to it. We're ready. We're hitting the ground running. We're in it to win it. Hopefully, we can do I don't know if this is too early, but we could do a Sunday morning show
for football.
Yeah, but I don't think we could. Maybe one day. That's a dream of mine. Is
like pregame.
Yeah, like how we always watch them Sunday. Those who we think should start waiver wire pickups, rankings.
One day.
One day would be a dream. But yeah, that's another episode of Forget What You Heard. We love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Again, hit us up at forgetwhatyouheardpodcast@gmail.com for anything. We will answer. We're happy to hear from you. But you guys have a great week, and we'll be seeing you guys soon. Peace, love, and happiness.
Larga.